One of the most unforgettable experiences in Glacier National Park is the St. Mary Lake Boat Tour that leads to the trail for Bering Falls. This scenic journey blends the peaceful beauty of a historic boat ride with the excitement of discovering a hidden waterfall. The adventure begins at the St. Mary Boat Dock, where you board one of Glacier Park Boat Company's classic wooden vessels. As the boat glides away, the noise of the world fades into silence, replaced by the soft hum of the motor and the ripples of the wave. St. Mary Lake stretches for nearly 10 miles, its turquoise waters reflecting some of Glacier's most iconic mountains. Peaks like Red Eagle, Little Chief, Matatopa tower above, while wild Goose Island, a tiny speck of land surrounded by giants, offers one of the park's most famous views. The boat ride is also an opportunity to observe wildlife from a unique vantage point. Along the shoreline, visitors may glimpse bighorn sheep scrambling across cliffs or mountain goats standing like statues on impossibly narrow ledges. Bald eagles are frequent sightings, soaring overhead or perched in tall trees scanning the lake for fish. On quieter mornings, moose sometimes wade into the shallows to graze on aquatic plants, their dark forms contrasting sharply with the glowing water. Because the boat crosses areas that are difficult to reach on foot, passengers have a chance to see parts of the glacier that feel untouched. Even if no animals appear, there is a palpable sense of wilderness. The silence between the captain's stories and the guide's commentary allows space to hear wind through pines, waterfalls cascading in the distance, and the cries of birds echoing across the water. The tour also includes a glimpse of the remnants of a cabin once belonging to Lewis Hill, a key figure in the development of Glacier National Park. This provides a historical context to the tour and the park's history. After a scenic cruise across the lake, the boat approaches the shoreline near the trailhead that leads to Bering Falls. The landing feels tucked away, as though it is a secret passage into another world. Guests disembark and follow a well-marked path that meanders gently upward. The hike to Bering Falls is relatively short, about a third of a mile one way, but it offers a concentrated dose of Glacier's beauty. The trail winds through a forest of quaking aspens and tall pines, their leaves whispering in the breeze. In the summer, wildflowers bloom in abundance along the path. The air carries a crisp freshness, sometimes with the earthy scent of moss and damp wood. The crescendo of rushing water grows louder until suddenly Bering Falls comes into view. The waterfall is not among Glacier's largest, but is one of the most graceful. Water spills over a rocky ledge, tumbling in a white veil about 25 feet into a pool below. The spray creates a cool mist that refreshes hikers, especially on warm days. What makes Bering Falls so special is its setting. The waterfall is framed by rugged cliffs and shaded by tall trees, creating a sense of intimacy and seclusion. Visitors can approach the base of the falls, feel the mist on their faces, and watch as rainbows occasionally appear in the spray when the sunlight filters through the canopy. The sound of the falls fills the small canyon, drowning out all else and offering a natural symphony that feels both soothing and invigorating. After exploring, guests gather again at the dock, where the boat waits to ferry them back across the lake. The return trip often feels different than the first. The sun has shifted, altering the colors of the mountains and the lake. The shadows stretch longer and the peaks glow with a softer light. The guide may share more stories, tales of early explorers like George Bird Grinnell, the efforts to establish Glacier as a national park, or the significance of the mountains in Blackfeet culture. These narratives, combined with the scenery, create a deeper appreciation for the landscape. It's not just about the visual beauty, but also the human and natural history woven into every cliff, glacier, and river. The St. Mary boat tour to Bering Falls is special for several reasons. First, it combines two quintessential glacier experiences: the serenity of a boat ride across a glacial lake and the joy of hiking to a waterfall. Neither experience overshadows the other. They complement one another perfectly, offering both grandeur and intimacy. Second, the tour provides accessibility. For visitors who may not be able to embark on long or strenuous hikes, the boat ride makes it possible to reach areas that would otherwise be out of reach. At the same time, it offers a taste of adventure for those eager to explore more. Finally, the views along the way are unparalleled, from the beautiful waters of St. Mary Lake to the jagged skyline of the mountains. From Wild Goose Island's iconic silhouette to the cascading elegance of Bering Falls, every moment feels like stepping into a living painting. The St. Mary boat tour to Bering Falls is more than a sightseeing excursion. It is a journey into the heart of Glacier's beauty. It is a reminder that while roads and trails offer their own rewards, sometimes the best way to experience the wilderness is to let the water carry you, to follow where the current leads, and to discover wonders waiting just beyond the shoreline.